Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Some Bedrock. We are here at the dig site we found a few episodes back because I'm trying to avoid getting burnt out from building on the base, and I also thought it might be wise to dig a little deeper here. So that's the plan for the start of this episode. Just gonna see if there is more to this place than previously thought. Oh, I almost gave up there for a second. I wasn't sure if digging through stone was something that you would have to do, but looks like we've got some more of the... Oh, man. That was some suspicious gravel. Got some wheat. Need to be extra careful not to break any more samples. I don't know if it's just vertical depth or if we should dig a little farther horizontally as well. There's some more suspicious gravel. That might be a sherd or a brick. Oh, it's a new template. Sharper. That's pretty nice. I didn't know you could find those here. Looks like a wooden hoe. That looks sus, right? That's definitely a pottery sherd. Danger. That was a very ominous cave noise as we picked up that pottery sherd. It's not suspicious. That is. Oh, a candle. I think I might just preserve this the way it is. I might come back in the future if I'm really feeling like it and completely dig it out to where we can see the full structure. But for now, I'm just focusing on seeing what all we can find. Ooh, that's pretty nice, a hanging sign. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess there is a... Ooh, that was unexpected, and I don't have my armor on. I might die if I don't get this guy. Okay. Scared the bejesus out of me. Oof. I was just saying. It looks like there is some horizontal space to these things. There's a glass pane. These are definitely pretty interesting structures. This adds a whole new feel to the game. It makes it more, I don't know, anything that just adds to the lore of your world, I feel like is a pretty nice update, in my opinion. I mean, it's just one of those things that makes it feel more alive, like there's a past going on here. I'm trying to decide what to do. Because my bed's all the way up there. I should probably give myself a way out. Oh, there's some suspicious gravel right there. Ooh, another smithing template. This one is host. Ooh, I think those are both brand new for me. Now we just got to figure out how we want to do this right here. We'll break those. Hopefully a creeper doesn't blow me up. Okay, so we have our way out. No, I did it again. So bad at this. Okay, that one. Heart. I don't think I have that one. Okay, it might be wise to put a little chest here. Get all these blocks out of the way. I honestly didn't know these could get so big. I'm pleasantly surprised. So I was a little underwhelmed when I thought it was just that bit at the top there. But no, it's a whole entire underground structure. This is pretty crazy. Another one. There's pretty good stuff in here. Ooh. Nice. Oh, I kind of want to play that. I haven't heard that one yet. I think that's the only record in this update. Oh my god, I keep breaking them. Ooh, a grindstone. This was a little weaponsmith area. I don't exactly know what the rules are as far as digging this out. I'm assuming all the natural stones are not necessarily part of the structure. All the natural blocks. Here's a cauldron. So maybe like a leather worker, or maybe it was just a watering hole. I'm assuming that the artifacts get lost if the gravel falls. At least that's what it seemed like. Let's see what we got here. Another glass pane. I just kind of want to get a tally of what all these structures will generate in the loot table. Oh man, that must have been like the 5th or 6th one I broke. That's yellow dye. Here's one. And that looks like coal. No! See, when it falls, it breaks. So I need to make sure. Yeah, so if I would have. Let's see here. Looks like a pottery sherd. Or another. Ooh, another relic disc. Okay. There's a crafting table. So obviously there's a room up there. That looks like a pottery sherd, right? It's another heart. Yeah, and we are quickly running out of inventory space, so I better call it here. We shall explore this again a later day. Okay, so we have the archaeological notes on the ancients. Dig site number 1. Catalogue of artifacts. Music disc. Relic by Aaron Sheriff. Found 2 of those. Smithing template. Sharper armor trim. Found 2 of those. Smithing template host armor trim. Danger pottery sherd. Heart pottery sherd. Found 2 of those. Oak hanging sign. Found 3 of those. Gold nugget. Purple candle. Magenta stained glass pane. Found 3 of those. Blue stained glass pane. Yellow stained glass pane. Wooden hoe. Coal. Blue dye. Yellow dye. And wheat, which we found 3 of those. and it is estimated that roughly 7 artifacts were accidentally destroyed during excavation. From what we have discovered thus far from this first dig site, it seems to be what remains of an ancient structure, perhaps even an array of structures. There are what seem to have been the dwellings of specialized craftsmen, indicated by the presence of various instruments such as a grindstone or cauldron. These ancient people were capable of a level of sophistication in their crafts and constructions given their ability to mold bricks of mud and stone, form and cut glass into various colored panes, and crafting items such as hanging signs or wooden hoes. They obviously were capable of agriculture considering the wheat found throughout the site. There is also astonishing evidence of high culture and technological prowess, made apparent by the various pottery sherds, stylistic templates for what appears to be armor trims, and even analog music discs. These discoveries are exciting indeed, and I am eager to learn more of these ancient people. Perhaps there is still more to be found at this initial dig site, and maybe there are even more like it yet to be found in our world. So there it is. It's our notes on the dig site. Okay, so that's enough of that for now. Let me get geared up and show you what kind of mess we have going on out here. So first of all, we have a zombie holding an egg because I haven't lit this area up yet, and chickens lay eggs for zombies to pick up, apparently. Oh, better close that. Over here, we are farming oak trees, and I have started on what is going to be the storage building. It's nothing super fancy, it's just a polished box. But I thought it was kind of cool, the little details I've been putting in it so far. Here's the layout of the floor and everything. I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do about accessing the second floor, or if I'm even going to leave it accessible. Maybe it'll just be like a little abandoned attic type thing, or an attic that's never used. Starting to get chest monsters everywhere. That's why we're building out the storage area. Anyway, over here, I've been busy farming some pitcher plants and torch flowers. I've actually been getting quite a bit. Got over 50 of each. We have all these are fully grown pretty much. And this is all just from these 7 sniffers, which it looks like they have more for me right now. Looks like we got mostly pitcher pods this time. At first it seemed like they favored finding the pitcher pods, but as you saw in the chest there, it's starting to equalize a bit. Still got more pitcher pods, but the torch flowers are slowly gaining ground. And here we have a terrible path. I'm not quite happy with this path. Not entirely sure what to do with it right yet, but I think I might just continue the birch thing, or get more blocks to do this better, because it's just kind of a mess right now. I have holes everywhere because I didn't have enough blocks for the texturing I wanted. But I'm not even fully sold on that. Anyway, down here, we have actually made this more accessible. I have a staircase that goes down from birch to oak to kind of make it look like it gets dirty down here. And just a little retaining wall of oak fence gates and birch logs. I might even incorporate some spruce into that gradient just to, as it goes further down, it just like collects more and more dust that doesn't ever get swept. That's the whole idea behind that. And up here, we still haven't really finished out the paths. And I tore down the garden up here because I want to replace it with another structure, but I haven't figured out quite what yet. Maybe considering the terraforming I did, maybe this will be like a little greenhouse or something. That might be kind of cool, where we can have our torch flowers and pitcher plants and different flowers. Maybe our 2 tall flowers, this is where we can come to bone meal them. Might be cool. I need to prioritize the storage down there because, yeah, my chest monster is getting out of control. And of course, down here in this area, this is going to be the apiary. I don't know if this is a big enough footprint, but if not, we might dig back into this mountain a little bit. But this is where we're going to keep the bees. Once we got silk touch on this axe here, so we can theoretically get started on that after the storage is sorted out. And then we can get a honeycomb and honey production going. I might clear out more of this because honestly I need to, because this is the way to the skeleton grinder, and this kind of needs a path too that's not all janky. So yeah, it goes up the mountain a bit, through here, through there. I don't know if I should do stairs or if I should tunnel through everything, because it goes up and then back down and over that way. And speaking of, I could show you more or less the final design of the skelly grinder. Yeah, we need to sort this out too. I'm thinking like this would be cool to have like a big old tower here or something, just to kind of signify that this is where it's at. So we have a little crafting and cooking area here. We have our storage. This goes to a mine shaft. This is where I've been mining all the diamonds and stuff. There's also a nice little chunk of obsidian here. Just another portal, of course. This is, we reworked it a bit. Put a barrel here instead. Have a slab, I think. Can't remember if I used a stair or a slab. Here's our trash bin. So we could just quickly toss stuff into the trash there. Burn it off into non-existence. Here's our enchanting area. Oh, and I went ahead and installed an on-off switch and some redstone lamps. So whenever I turn them on, they stop spawning. We have our little service area over here. Here's the redstone. It goes from one light to the switch right here, and then all the way over to the other light. So that's that. Had to put a couple of repeaters to get the signal strength all the way out there. Anyway, might go ahead and grind out a few levels while I'm here. So in between clips, I went ahead and finished off the storage building, made it a little more than just a polished box. The roof shape is a little different than I normally do. I struggled with the different pitches, but I think it turned out all right. I actually have an attic, but it's not really usable. And I went ahead and decorated the inside, made it like a little workshop area. And then I went through the arduous task of relocating all of my chest monsters into the storage area. It was quite the project. So I think what I want to do with the rest of this episode is I want to get a few beehives, maybe clear out some trees, and then go ahead and build the apiary and get that sorted out. I might also work on the paths a little bit while I'm thinking of it. And yeah, let's jam out for the rest of this episode and get to work. Okay, guys, I have something to admit. I am not in love with the path, so I don't mind this up here. This is nice, it's uniform, it kind of fits. And then you come down here and it just breaks up into this mess. I think the problem is we have all these different styles going on, and that's fine, but trying to do all these different paths in this little clustered area kind of just breaks the immersion more than I'd like. So yeah, I think it would help if I build some more structures out here. Just get some things going, maybe move in some villagers to get some life other than just the animals, get some movement. I like that, and I like this, right? And I like that idea up there, but I don't really like how all this kind of, it just feels like a mess right here. So I think what I'm gonna do next episode is kind of try and button up this area a bit and put it on the back burner for now. Clean up the paths a little bit. Again, that'll be like the second or third time I've redone that path, but I'll just replace it with like a regular uniform dirt path for now until I think of something else. We got to move this guy around. I don't really like the way that works, so gonna probably try and come up with different path design. The honey farm works great though, and I do like how this turned out. It's a little wonky. It's a different that it works for that scale. Like it's just a tiny house, and then making it bigger kind of makes it a little wonky. But overall, I think it's fine. It turned out nice. I made the shape slightly different. I mean, because I had to, but it kind of dips out a little more down here. And the honey farm is working pretty great. So right now we got, say, 10 honey bottles. And we have one of these chests, we have 12 honey blocks. So that's like 48 honey bottles. So that's just in the time it took to build this place, since the bees have been in there. One thing that does happen is whenever this or that dispenser triggers, it flaps the door. But I don't think it hasn't been a big deal yet. I think the chances of a bee getting out in that time are very slim. But anyway, I want to button up this area and plan out maybe a handful of structures, figure out the path and all that. I need to start tackling the end game stuff because I want to start exploring and find potential places. We've already found some really nice landscapes, so I'd like to find some potential places for the main base. Maybe draw inspiration from here, what I've been doing here, and kind of up the scale a bit. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for me this episode. If you enjoyed, give it a like. And if you'd like to see more content like this in the future, consider subscribing. It would really help the channel out a lot, and I'd appreciate it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye!